the Bible speaks often about the injustices of the poor, dealing with the issues of poverty. And many times we don't always think about the issue of poverty in this world, those that are poor in this world, and we will live our lives in our affluence, and we don't give the consideration that God says we should give towards the poor. And so God may use you as a child of God to be able to eliminate a wrong or to alleviate the suffering of those that are in poverty. The Bible also talks about the orphan, those who are parentless, fatherless, motherless, and many times there are those that are orphans that, especially in the time of the Old Testament, it was almost a death sentence for the orphan, should no one care for them. And God's people were to look to eliminate wrongs and alleviate sufferings and to show the glory of God. And so he says, you pay attention to the orphan or the widow. These often represented the powerless in that society, those that were not able to speak for themselves, defend themselves. The Bible also talks about dealing with those who are displaced, marginalized. The Bible speaks of the refugee or the minority, and basically sometimes we sit there, and I know all of these things are viewed anymore through just a particular political lens, but the reality is that when people suffer, God's people ought to care. And what I have found is many times the easiest way to talk about the marginalized is to look in the mirror and think of somebody that doesn't look like you. We don't know all of the ins and outs. We only know what God has called us to do, and it's to do justice in this world, to live that out.